Hello, this is my presentation for Market Anomaly Detector. Um, so the purpose of this project was just to figure out whether an anomaly was present in a certain time in history in the market, so the stock market. And there are several data points that were given to us. We had many columns, and we also had labeled data. So basically, for each of this historical points, we had either a 0 or 1, and a 0 would represent whether at that time an anomaly was not there, and a 1 would represent whether at that time an anomaly was there. So basically, I took some of those columns and I put them in a correlation matrix, and I figured out some of the columns which had a high correlation. And these are some of the columns that had a decently high correlation, especially the VIX column was quite high, 0.6. DXY was also quite highly correlated to the whether an anomaly happened or not. So I just took some of these columns and I put them in, I think, 5 or 6 of these, and then I use these to do my machine learning model, which to try to predict the anomalies. So basically, I had a few files. I had analysis, which is the handling data analysis visualization. I had models, which contains anomaly detector. And then I had data split, which is basically I used Smote and created a 80-10-10 data split. And then I had run models, which is just running. And then I had some pre-processing as well. So this is kind of how my file structure was for this project. And usually I would have more models to test, but in this case, I just had 2 models. I had the isolation forest and the LSTM model. I just used some of the resources in the project, and these seemed like some decent models to test, so I decided to test these models. Um, so basically, I'm just going to go over some of the files I had now. Data split included a function to validate the data split. And basically, I had 80% of the data training, 10% validation, 10% test set, and I had some balancing as well. Because this is time series data, so I didn't want all the data, like the first half of the data, to be training and then testing. I wanted to split it up a little bit, so I used some of this to balance the data for the training set. And then in run models, we initialize the data. We use the preprocessor, load the data, and split the data into training validation sets. And then we can train both of them and evaluate the performance. So this is my best performance so far. It's a little bit blurry. Sorry about that. But so far, like recall F1 scores have been a bit low for 1. So this is the best I've got so far. It was for the LSTM model. Yeah, overall, like definitely, I'm just like keep iterating on this and trying to get better precision recall and F1 scores for both isolation and LSTM as well. So with that being said, I'm gonna demo my project now. Okay, so normally, okay, so just change my directory here. Okay, there we go. It usually takes a while, but as you can see here, this is the first my matrix that I have for isolation forest. So I have a problem here with the confusion matrix. This is showing 0 for some reason, and I think there's some issue with some zero division, so I'm gonna have to take care of that. But it gives a report for this using these features, and then I have some of these. This is also giving 0 right now is for some reason. In my PowerPoint, I had a better model that I used, but right now this is a problem here. But these scores are quite good, and then the weighted averages are also quite good. So right now I'm going to work on sorting this error out, and then maybe in a couple of days I'll go to milestone 1 and see how good this model runs on future data. Okay, that's my presentation. Thank you so much for listening.